Hello students, today we are going to learn one poem from Unit 1, 1.3. Have you ever seen? In this poem, you are going to see about two things. This poem includes the two things. The first one is homograph and the second one is pun. First, I will make you understand about homographs. The term homographs means which have same spelling but their meanings are different. For example, fair. Fair means the crowd of people and the other fair can be the color or the quality. The second one, rose. First rose is a flower and the second rose, it means the quality of the person. Okay, so homographs means which have same spelling, same pronunciation, but their meanings are different. Now, the term pun. Pun is a figure of speech which have more than one meaning. In pun, one word consists more than one meaning, which can be known as synonyms also. For example, hello. In this, hello means greetings, and the second B, if you will see, it is hello, which indicates the expression. So it means pun is a figure of speech in which one word conveys more than one meaning. So these two things you are going to see in the poem. This is the poem Have You Ever Seen, which is written by the unknown poet. If you will see the name in Omias it is written, it means the unknown person. So this poem is written by an unknown poet. In this poem, poet has used the words which have more than one meaning for humorous effect. More than one meaning means it can be pun. The poet makes beautiful use of homographs. As I told you, homographs means two words having same spelling, having same pronunciation, but they have their different meanings. This poem is an imagination poem. This is not a real poem, it is imaginated. In this, the poet wants to convey a message that things which are spelled the same but they have already their different meanings and uses. The poem starts with a beautiful line that is, have you ever seen a sheet on a river bed or a single hair from a hammer's head? Has a foot of a mountain any toes, and is there a pair of garden hose? Here you will see that interrogative sentence is used here. Interrogative sentence means in which the person asks something and the sentence which consists of question mark. So, in the first line of this stanza, have you ever seen a sheet on a river bed? In this, river bed means the bottom of the river, means the surface of the river, and the sheet means the surface, the bottom of the river, not the bed sheet which we put on the bed, and or a single hair for a hammer's head. In this, or from a hammer's head means the top of the hammer is called the hammer's head, and the poet alternatively talks about the human heads and refers to hammer's head as hairless. Next, the foot of the mountain. The foot of the mountain means the base of the mountain which has no relation with the human foot and hence doesn't have toes like the human foot does. The poet further refers to a garden hose. The term garden hose means which have a flexible tube used to water plants that he compares to its homograph hose, which means a pair of stocking. So in this full stanza, you have seen that there are so many words which indicates which refers to the human quality, but the poet doesn't refer to it. It refers to the term like river, hammer, mountain, or garden. Now, the next stanza. Does the needle ever wink its eye? Why doesn't the wing of a building fly? Can you tickle the ribs of a parcel or open the trunk of a tree at all? In the second stanza, the poet refers to the needle's eye, and wonders if it winks like a human eye. In this, if you will see, the term eye indicates human quality, but the poet doesn't indicating human quality here. He is comparing human eye with the needle's eye. The wings of a building, the wings of a building are being compared to the wings of a bird, yes, who can fly. Here he is assuming that just like the wings of the birds help them to fly, does the wings of the building can also help them to fly? Now, the ribs of a parcel. The ribs of a parcel, here the parcel means the term, it indicates to umbrella. So the ribs of an umbrella are homographically spoken about as if they are ribs of the human body which we can tickle. Then he talks about the trunk of a tree. The term trunk of a tree indicates the object trunk and a large wooden box for storing cloth. Ad is asking whether the tree trunk will open like a trunk or not. So in this para, he wants to compare the things with the human quality. And the next stanza, are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? Have the hands of a clock any left or right? Can the garden plot the deep and dark? And what is the sound of the bitch bark? So in the last stanza, the poet has made a reference to the teeth of a rake which he compares to the human teeth. Teeth of a rake, it compares to the human teeth. We can take help, which we take the help to bite, and he questions whether they can bite like human teeth or not. He wonders whether the hands of the clock are left or right like the human hands, or he asks if the garden's plot can be dark and deep like a story's plot. And finally, he questions that whether the bark means, yeah, the trunk, bark of a beech tree can make a sound like the bark of a dog. So, in this stanza, the poet makes use of abusing puns to bring about the double meaning, the two meaning, the synonyms of a certain words. In this full poem, you have seen that there are some words, there are few words like sheet, hair, toes, foot, hose, eye, wink. These all words are related to human quality, but it the poet has compared that all to the non-living thing. So here we have completed the poem. I hope you all understood the poem. Thank you.